Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Metroid Prime. This is episode number 20, and in the last episode we left off in this room with this giant, creepy glass structure protecting some kind of huge pirate. Anyway, there's a bunch of data in here to be scanned, so they're going to be referring to Metroid Prime as test subject Z-D, okay? And it was recently discovered in a cavern by mining crews. It quickly dispatched the miners, but was eventually contained by security units and drones. Once contained, we were able to begin studies upon Metroid Prime. The results have been astonishing. It is genetically similar to Metroid's, albeit on a highly evolved level. It displays a limitless capacity for phazon infusion and shows no phazon-based degeneration whatsoever. It continues to grow in size, and it has manifested some psychotic behavior. The cold fields we use to pacify remain effective. Authorization for advanced studies of Metroid Prime have been approved. Interesting. Metroid Prime. Alright. Security command issued an all-points alert after the fall of Zebes. The alert concerns Bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid. It's heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Aran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aran to command. Dead or alive, it matters not. Well, that is just dandy, because we are the bounty hunter that they're after. Alright, well I guess we don't have to scan that stuff. But we should scan this guy right here. Elite Pirate. Phazon Enhanced Space Pirate. Incredibly strong, armored, and well armed. This is the guy in the glass, by the way. Elite Pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots. And then they use a massive plasma artillery cannon. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. Well armed, the Elite Pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasion and quick attacks. Well, I guess that pretty much outlined it for us, because, yep, you saw it coming. This guy doesn't really like being contained in a giant glass container so much, so he kind of gets pissed off at the sight of us, and then breaks the glass, and we're on our own here. But thankfully, we've already scanned him, so we don't have to worry about that. You're free to shoot him up until he puts up that energy absorber up, and then you're pretty much out of luck. Now you just need to wait for him to put it down. The best way to do that is to get close to him, wait for him to pound the ground, jump over it, and then shoot him super missile right in his face. Doing it like this will shorten this battle by a ridiculous amount. You can kill him with 2 or 3 super missiles, along with some charge beam shots, and you make quick work of him. After he dies, he sets off a magnetic shockwave that removes the force field from where we need to go. But the space pirate battle music has started, so it looks like we're not alone here. More pirate data before we go up. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal based off of data acquired from her assault on our forces. Progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's parasuit technology remains a mystery, especially the Curious Morph Ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our Morph Ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterwards. So they have not been able to replicate the Morph Ball without killing themselves, basically. That part is good, I guess. But they have been able to replicate some of the beam weapons, as we've seen with the beam troopers, or power troopers, or whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we're in a room called Elite Control, and it looks like we need to head upwards. And I have no idea what is in this room here, or if this is where we're supposed to go. Maintenance tunnel. Looks like it's going to take us down somewhere, and I don't think we need to go there yet. Well, I see what we're after here. Or what's after us, rather. Ice Trooper! And it's going to say all the same things that it has for the other groups. So, at least I can get a free shot off on them. You can kill them with missiles if you're able to freeze them with a charge beam shot. So keep that in mind. That'll save you some time. One thing is you can't just freeze them with normal shots. You do have to use the charge beam. Otherwise, it'll damage them, but not freeze them. So there's that. So we're able to kill 2 of them already. I desperately need some missiles here, but the easiest way to kill most of the enemies here is with missiles. So I've just been going through them like crazy, like candy almost. I'm imagining there's more up here somewhere because the music is still going. I'm going to use that as a cue. And, yeah, I don't have the right visor to see what I want to see. I hear you, but I don't see you. Oh, now I see you, and you're shooting me, you bastard. Alright, frozen and destroyed. There we go. Alright, let's scan this stuff. Wait a minute, this is not pirate data. It looks like there's pirate data up here, though. It looks like there's a lot of it. Okay. Well, I guess we've got some reading to do, huh? Space pirate encrypted data. Subject Metroid Prime's breach has been contained. Reports indicate that it sensed a large batch of raw phazon in the lab, broke through the glass using previously unsuspected strength. Besides consuming all of the phazon, Metroid Prime assimilated several weapons and defense systems from fallen security units. It has suffered no ill effects from said assimilation. Indeed, it began to use its newly acquired weapons against us. Once we pacified it, we were unable to remove the assimilated gear without threat to Metroid Prime. The gear is now an integral part of its body. Command is intrigued by this newfound ability and has ordered further study. So basically it has Metroid Prime's weapons plus Space Pirate weapons. Awesome. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. Science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to interact within the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance. Blah, 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 blah. I can actually talk in real life, I promise. Yay, missiles, and mostly health, which I don't need. I need missiles, boxes. Do you hear me? Do you understand? No, you don't. Why are you giving me all this health that I don't need? Alright, let's scan this. More pirate data. Metroid Prime continues to feed and grow ever larger in the impact crater waves. Its hunger knows no bounds, and it has begun to manifest unusual mutations since its breach. These include armor plating on its epidermis and mechanical outgrowths that generate defense screens. Well, isn't that just awesome? These screens render it invulnerable to most weapon systems, but a flaw in the mutation leads to increased vulnerability to certain weapons. It compensates for this by shifting the screens quickly. This latest development concerns security units greatly. They feel it's a matter of time before Prime corrects this defect and renders itself invulnerable to all weaponry. Containment would be nigh impossible if this were to occur. Okay, so I guess we're in a race against the clock to destroy it before it learns how to completely make itself invulnerable. Shut down the force field, and we've got more pirate data. Results are in from studies on extinct bioform, Group Chozo. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. These space pirate guys are real assholes sometimes, I swear. Alright, the last pirate data. We are particularly interested in a number of curious Chozo artifacts we have been able to recover from a number of religious sites on Talon 4. These relics resonate with power, and yet we are unable to harness them in any way. Science team is attempting to fuse them together with phazon, believing that a link might exist between them. We know that these artifacts are linked to the Chozo temple that blocks full access to the impact crater. We have yet to crack this enigma, however. Command grows impatient regarding this matter. Results must be produced soon. So they're not able to crack the artifacts, even though they've stolen a couple of them. And the ones that they have stolen will be found here in the Phazon mines later on. We don't have any of the necessary items yet, though. So, yeah, there's that. So that was some fun backstory and adding to the plot and all that stuff. Obviously, that stuff is optional, but I figured I would read it because, I don't know. I think it adds to the whole experience of it. What is that? Bendesium. We cannot destroy that at this point, so I guess we're going to have to come back here. Once we enter the room and jump down, a noxious gas starts pouring into the room along with these plated puffers. And I already scanned them. Or not plated puffers, they're just regular puffers. Silly me. Nonetheless, get out of there quickly because it will suffocate you. Alright, now we're in a place called Omega Research. And we've got a battle to do here, as judging by the music. So, we're almost where we need to be at this point to get our new gear. And we actually might be able to do it in the next episode, I'm thinking. We'll see. Oh, crap. Alright, there you are. I was just trying to scan something. Jeez. Okay, so we have a wave trooper here. There's going to be a couple of wave troopers. There's one directly in front of me, isn't there? Yes, there is. I'm trying to conserve my missiles here, so I'm not using the wave buster as much as I would like. Otherwise, I would just use it on all of them because it kills them so quickly and pretty much immobilizes them. Anywho, I see a power trooper down there, or a couple of power troopers. There's also a Bendesium grating across the way there. I'm going to use super missiles on these guys. There we go. And I'll get at least 5 of those back. And somebody else is shooting at me. I thought I'd killed all you guys. Where are you coming from? I don't see anything. The hell? Nothing to scan. Right? No, that's nothing interesting. There you are. Okay. Alright, I'm not crazy. I thought it was coming from down there. I love watching them bounce off the walls and stuff when you shoot them with high-powered weaponry. It's so much fun. Alright, well there goes the music, so that's pretty much it for these space pirate dudes in this room. You can jump on down here. And please tell me you're not going to break out. Fuel designation, Elite Pirate. Alright, well I guess we don't have to deal with him right now. Scan this thing and lower that force field. And, oh yay, missiles! I needed those. I'm almost back up to 60. Every time I get to 60, I go right back below. Alright, I scanned that already. And pirate data, maybe? Something like that? Yes, more pirate data. Yay. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma, incendiary launchers, and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate, based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential overdependence on Phazon, and the reason that you're able to read so much about it and as far as its strengths and weaknesses go, is because we're going to have to fight that thing eventually. Not in the near future, though. That's towards the end of the game, so we've got probably, like, I don't know, a good 5 episodes before we're going to battle that thing. There's actually not that many episodes left in this series, probably about 7. So we've got a lot to do, but we're going to get a lot done. So, alright. Moving on. I don't think I was supposed to go back up there because that's where I came from. And it looks like this is the way to go here. And there is a door in the floor. Ah, yes. What is that? A nearby energy flux has caused a malfunction in this panel. Okay, well, I don't care about that. But energy fluxes can be bad news. Alright, cryosleep tank. Another elite pirate. Thankfully, we don't have to fight this thing yet. He will break out eventually, but not at this point. Alright, we made it to our destination, the Central Dynamo. Yeah, so it turns out that we might actually be able to get this done in this episode. Well, not might. We will get it done in this episode. I was thinking it was going to wait till next time, but we made some pretty good time there, so let's get to it. So we've got a boss fight coming up, and it's the only non-scannable with no log enemy in the game here. At least as far as bosses go. You can't see it. It doesn't matter what visor you put on. So using the thermal visor doesn't do anything. In fact, it'll just freaking overload it. And you just need to basically shoot in its general direction while it shoots you with machine guns and lasers. And as fun as that sounds, there's not really anything you can do to it. It is especially weak to the wave beam because it is a drone. Just like an amped up security drone. But your best bet is to use the wave buster like so. And you can kill it pretty fast doing that. And then once it's gone, it'll open up a little morph ball hole in the floor. And yikes, electricity everywhere. So that just doesn't look like fun. Where is the hole in the floor? Where is it? Where is it? I saw it a second ago. There it is. Alright. So now we have to find our way through this maze very carefully because you can't just move freely in here, otherwise you'll just hit the side like that. Which is not what we want to do. And usually you know you're going the right way if there's these yellow things. You have to like run through right at the right time. And if you lay... No, don't just run into it. If you lay a bomb in these little water things, it'll diffuse some of the electric areas so that you can open up a new area. But then, normally there's two ways to go, so you have to figure out where the right way is. And this is where I came from, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I was supposed to go to the right there. No, stop it. Oh, goodness, this is going to be a long 30 seconds to get where I need to go. Alright, we're going the right way again. It's just a matter... No! I'm horrible at this, in case you didn't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going around in circles, basically. And I'm probably trying to go a little bit too fast. And these things on the floor that kind of change your angle, because you have to roll over them, don't really help. So, there we go. Okay, alright, I made it. We're good. Thankfully, once you get the item, you do not have to go back through the maze to find the way out. It blows a hole open for you, and you can no longer enter this area as it closes. But mission accomplished. We have received the Power Bomb. While in Morph Ball mode, press Y to release a Power Bomb. Power Bombs can destroy tougher materials than the normal Morph Ball bomb, such as, most particularly, Bendesium, and that's what we're going to be looking for coming up, because now we've got access to a whole bunch of missile expansions, energy tanks, artifacts, the whole deal, and we're going to be going back to search through a bunch of things for said items coming up, but that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for episode number 21. Game on!